But I'll kind of go over that so you know what to expect. I'll do all of that in the video.
Okay.
With the equipment, right
Yep.
now it's in the bypass position. Alright,
Yep.
so your emergency bypass, if you ever have a critical failure, you just push down to grid and the system would go to grid power first, generator as a backup, once the generator is in auto. So anytime you want to be on solar, you want to be in the up position. So right now the house is disconnected off, no power going to the house, and the minute we go up, we now have some power on the system.
Okay.
While we're over here, I'll just show you the panels. This is your generator panel. So the power from the generator comes into this panel. It goes towards the solar equipment and it goes to your emergency bypass switch. This is your main BEC panel. So this is the grid, the power company. This here is the master distribution panel. So you have breakers in here that feeds, you know, the main house, gas house. And this is your automatic transfer switch that would automatically transfer to the generator that detects a loss of power. Generator is here. In order for your system to auto start the generator, the switch always has to be in on and the generator has to be in auto mode.
Okay.
If it's set to stop, if this is off, the solar, if it sends the signal, the generator won't run.
Right.
And you would always want to make sure this room is ventilated if you do have it in auto. So for now, we would just leave it in auto and on, because if it's a power outage, you should be fine. You really shouldn't need much of the generator. So then we'll go over to the system. We'll start with the display. Top line, picture of the sun. It shows the production, what you have coming in. So right now you have 11,000 watts. If you were connected to the grid, the AC input light would be solid and not flashing. It would be solid yellow. And you would see some data on the middle line. The dollar sign represents the power company and purchasing power. The house, the photo of the home is your loads. Right now you're using 0.4 kilowatts.
Okay.
So you're producing 11.2. So you're charging the batteries. You're only using 0.4. When you go down here, you get a little bit more data. This flashes. 11.1 is what you're currently producing, and it toggles between how much power you produce for the day. So you already produced about 10.8 kilowatts for the day. This is battery voltage. The batteries are at 54 volts. Fully charged is 54.4. Empty is 51.2. That is your inverter. So that shows you the load. You get more data when you select the button. So if you push the button, you get inverter 1, which is the master. So that has 0.1. Port 2 toggles to inverter 2, 0.1. So they pretty much share the load. Port 3 is the third inverter, 0.1. And you go back. These are your batteries now.
Hey, Justin.
Should always have green lights on your batteries. If they're unhappy, you get an amber light or they flash. These breakers should always be on. In the middle, these are your main breakers that send the power to the system, almost like a battery switch on a boat. You turn those off and all the battery power to the system is dead. So these are your main batteries. As we come over, you get to the charge controllers. Charge controller 1, charge controller 2, charge controller 3. This guy handles the east side. This guy handles the west. And this one here has a little bit of east and west, one string of both. Down low, you have the main network switch for all the Outback equipment. It's literally a network switch. Everything talks to this device and it sends it to the mate. This here is the battery monitor controller, the Link 2. That's networked into the batteries, and that would show you a fuel gauge, which is accurate state of charge. I'll show you the servo and what that does in a bit. Under each inverter, you have a group of breakers. You have main batteries. You have the main AC out. You have the grid input, generator input. The servo, that's power to the blue box. East array, east and west array, charge controller 1, charge controller 2. If you ever wanted to turn off power on the roof, you can turn off these breakers. The array breakers would de-energize the roof. Charge controller 1 feeds power to charge controller 1. Charge controller 2 sends power to charge controller 2. And then we have some active breakers in this as well. We have the west array in here and charge controller 3, as well as AC out, grid and generator, and master. And it's the same for the slave, is all labeled. These panels you typically would not go in these unless we ask you to. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and you have the inverter combiner, all the power from the inverters that combine in this panel, and then that sends over to feed the house. So all the breakers are labeled.
Awesome.
All right. You into it.
Okay.
It's super easy to navigate. I gotta show you this app. Once we get it online, it'll actually be an app for this. You won't
Okay.
connect like this, you'll just use the app, which is easier. So once you have it online, you just hit menu, go into settings, and then you just connect to the Wi-Fi like a phone.
Right.
So once you broadcast Wi-Fi anywhere, you just go Wi-Fi networks, and you can just plug it. It's that easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So either you can hardwire it, or if you push Wi-Fi in there, but you know I need a hardwired for the latest no Wi-Fi option.
right.
So if you're gonna hardwire, maybe you just do
I
a
just put a
little
switch
switch
in
and
there.
just plug it in one time, and yeah, that'll.
So these being blocked off, they have to be, or
No,
that's
no,
just...
no. I just put them in. They ports for different stuff. Tank
Right.
sensors, what have you. This one here for the gen start, you have 2 relays you could use. So you could do a lot with this stuff. You
Right.
could sensor tanks, temperature sensors, all
Okay.
kinds of stuff. Ooh.